Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. It's not the first time I've done this video, and I'm trying to make it short. But I want to talk about Gina Carano. I wasn't able to talk about her at the time. I did make one sort of tacky, gloaty video, I was all, bye bitch. Because I was kind of happy that she was cancelled, and I was kind of enjoying it, and I shouldn't have, that's kind of wrong. But I'm really frustrated at this person. I don't understand how she thought she could say what she did and there wouldn't be consequences. I can't believe she's playing the victim and acting like she's been censored when she had freedom of speech, but what she didn't have was, there's no freedom from consequence. You have freedom of speech, you can say what you want, but there will be consequences for it. If you say something that's going to insult, offend, alienate half of your audience, then your employer is probably going to fire you if you're an entertainer. So how she thought she could do any of that and get away with it, I don't know. And how she can now play the victim, I don't know. But I mean, she's fairly unbelievable. I mean, this is a woman who compared her struggles on social media with just the usual political rubbish where each side trashes each other, which is like a norm in politics now. How she could compare that situation on social media to people being killed in the Holocaust. People who were rounded up, taken out of their lives, put in concentration camps, starved, stripped naked, pushed into gas chambers, killed, and buried in mass graves. How she could compare that to her having people like me come on social media and say, what you're saying is horrible, you're a horrible person, and basically you're hurting people, like trans people and people with COVID, if you're an anti-masker, all that sort of stuff. And I don't know how much I can say because these people are really militant, and they will, like I got taken off YouTube because some of my comments, because they were against right-wing people, and right-wing people are like, we're the victims, these people are persecuting us for, things that we've said and done. So I can't speak of any particular group or any particular person, I don't think, without there being consequences. So that's censorship there. And the right-wing, in general, which I'm talking about, will claim that they're the victims and they're the ones suffering censorship, yet people like me who want to criticise them can't, because I'll have my videos taken down and my channel taken down because they're protected. So it's pretty messed up. And like I said, someone on ET Canada was making the good point that it's so frustrating to see someone like Gina Carano, who has this great opportunity. She goes from being a MMA fighter or whatever whatever they're called. She gets into mainstream movies. She gets into a show like The Mandalorian, which is hugely popular. Her character is hugely popular. She's getting her own toy, her own action figure, and she's about to get her own show. And instead of just appreciating that and accepting everyone in her audience and loving them all and welcoming them all into her audience, she has to alienate half of these people and attack them. And then she wonders why her boss fires her, because she's alienated herself against half of their audience and losing all the money that those audience members would have brought to the show. So how she can now play the victim, although apparently now she's victorious, she's struck out against the enemy, and she is now making a film for Ben Shapiro's The Wire, which I think is I don't know if is it a YouTube channel or a website? I don't know. I think it's a website. But apparently she's making a film with him, and it'll be some cheap, right-wing, trashy sort of story, which panders to that base and has no redeeming artistic or intellectual qualities. It'll just be telling people what they want to hear, so they can enjoy a couple of hours in that little echo chamber on TV. And she's equating that with like victory. Oh, they can't cancel you if you don't let them. Sorry, you are cancelled. You're not on Disney anymore. No, none of the big studios are going to hire you for anything. Not unless you do something drastic and apologize or something, which you won't do because part of your brand is that you're a fighter and you don't back down, kind of like someone else. Although at least she is actually tough and could actually beat people up. Which really, might doesn't make right. And the fact that she could physically beat up some of her critics doesn't actually make her right about anything. But at least she could do it, unlike some other people, some other politicians who, may have certain, may have beaten certain situations in the last couple of days. I'm not going to talk about in this video. At least she is who she says she is. And the issue with her is, who is she? I don't know. Is she someone who really was that stupid that she thought she could say all this stuff and that she wasn't saying anything wrong and she actually believes she's a victim? Or does she know she's not and she's sort of constructing this propaganda and this gaslighting sort of these themes that she's working with to try and, send out dog whistles to, the right-wing base? I mean, is she an evil person who's this is all part of her sort of plan, or is she just someone trying to do a job who thought that she could say what she said and that it wasn't wrong because she's so brainwashed by all the sort of right-wing media and that she doesn't actually realise how her words sound in the real world? Like, I don't know who she is. I don't know her. I mean, I don't even see her Instagram because she actually blocked me, which was bizarre because I didn't make any comments. I made a video about her on YouTube, but I didn't go on her Twitter and say anything. No, it's Twitter she blocked me, not Instagram. I didn't say anything on her Twitter. I posted my video about her on Twitter, but that's it. So she blocked me because of that. And I'm like, weren't you making a big speech about freedom of speech and people being able to talk and not being censored? And then you censor people from talking to you or seeing your posts or seeing your Twitter or anything. So she seems like a bit of a hypocrite to me. I mean, what sort of person blocks and bans people but then preaches about freedom of speech? Just like Madonna. I had the same criticism of Madonna. She's all freedom of speech, and then she blocks several of my videos. What a hypocrite. I mean, I'm an artist. I am creating content as well, and I should be able to express my freedom of speech. I should be able to criticise her, but no, she blocks my videos. So she's no better than Gina Carano. And I just don't understand how these people think and how they end up doing what they do. And I mean, if you're going to speak to the right wing in general, and I can't speak of any particular people or parties, but if you're going to speak to that side and alienate the other side, there's going to be consequences. If you're going to work in the industry, you have to be neutral. You have to be neutral, or you have to at least respect that people keep talking about difference of opinion, but there's no difference of opinion when it comes to human rights, civil rights, sexuality, race, all that sort of stuff. There's just no leeway with that. So if you're going to come out against people's civil rights and people's sexuality and dehumanize them or criticize them or mock them and reduce them and make them easier targets for the right wing and the white supremacists and all that, those sort of groups, there's going to be consequences. Those people aren't going to want to watch your show. They aren't going to want to buy your toy. They aren't going to want to subscribe to Disney Plus, and Disney Plus is going to be aware of that, and they're going to then want to remove you so they can get those people back. Like, I would possibly sign up to Disney Plus now that Gina's gone. I do want Rosario Dawson gone as well. Now, I don't promote cancel culture. I've been cancelled myself. I don't appreciate it. I didn't ask for Gina to be cancelled. I didn't promote it. But when it happened, I did enjoy it. Just personally, I did I danced a jig of glee and was walking around going, bye bitch, and posting a bye bitch meme with Marilyn Monroe going, bye bitch, on like every story I saw of someone claiming she was the victim. I did do that. It was tacky and immature, and I should do better in future, and I plan to. This video is partly acknowledging that because my other video was like totally the opposite. But yeah, I just had to comment on the whole situation, the whole just bafflement of how she thought she could do that and get away with it and have no consequences, and the fact that she thinks she's winning because she's doing this little right wing video on Ben Shapiro's channel. Or I just don't understand these people. But I'm going to go. I'm not making another video. I tried to make it shorter, but I'm still at 10 minutes. I give up. All my videos have been 10 or 11 minutes. I couldn't make it any shorter. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, maybe even ding the little bell. You might actually... is it on that side? Yeah, it's up there. No, it's down there. Yeah, it's down there. It's down there. Or is it that side? I don't know. I'm looking at a reflected... I'm looking at a reflection. I don't know what side. It's on the screen somewhere. I'm going to go. Bye.